Alright, today we're just doing some kind of review problems, but they're a lot of different forms, so we have to figure out exactly what they're asking. The first one is just find the shaded area. What they did, this is an entire cube that's a foot by a foot. On the top, they shaded 4/5 of the cube. Basically, really what they did is they shaded this whole column, this whole column, and this whole column, and this whole column. At the beginning, these four that are white at the bottom were still shaded. That would have been 4/5. But then on this side, they shaded 3/4 of the column. So when they shaded the 3/4, the three top rows, 3 out of the 4 rows, they really shaded this too. But what was left is what was shaded in both sets. So this was the amount that is part of the 4/5 and part of the 3/4. When we did the diagram about a week ago, this would have been the ones that we had both of our colored crayons on. So this is the important part. So we need to know how much of this is shaded. Well, there's 4 on each row, so 4, 8, 12. So there's 12 shaded out of how many boxes? Well, there's 5, 10, 15 out of 20 boxes. So 12/20 is shaded. We can simplify it. There's a number that we can skip count by that has both 12 and 20 in it. We can divide them both by 4, and it's going to equal 3/5. So our answer is 3/5. For the second one, there is 2/3 of a pie left over from last night. Jude eats 1/2 of the leftover pie as a midnight snack. How much of the whole pie does Jude eat? Now, I've noticed that some of you all are getting confused with the word of, because we have of a pie here and of a here, and then we have of here. Now, we know of means multiply, but there's 3 of, so what does that mean? Well, this is just stating a fact of a pie, of a leftover pie. This is the of that we are really concerned with because that's the one that's in with the question. So how much of the whole pie does Jude eat? That's the of that tells us to multiply. So go back to the problem. We had 2/3 of a pie. That just means there was 2/3 of a pie sitting there. That doesn't mean to multiply, it just means that's what it was. And then he ate half of it. How much did he eat? Well, if he ate half of it, we have to multiply, and this is what we mean, is he ate how much left of the whole pie after he ate the half. So that's what makes it multiply. Now looking at this, we can simplify something before we multiply. I see a 2 and a 2. We can divide them both by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Now we can do top times the top, bottom times the bottom. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. So the answer is 1/3 of the pie. Mrs. Perry pays $340 per month to lease her car. How much will she pay to lease her car for 2 years? All right, well, she pays $340 a month, and we need to know how much that is in 2 years. Well, how many months are in a year? There's 12, and she's doing it for 2 years, so we do 12 times 2. There's 24 months in 2 years. So now we have to do, well, she pays $340 every single month. So we have to take $340 times the 24 months, because she pays that same amount every single month. They want to know how much will she pay. 4 times 0, 4 times 4, 16, regroup my 1. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. I'm going to mark this out, put in my placeholder because I'm shifting over to the tens column. 2 times 0, 2 times 4, 2 times 3. Add 0, 6, 3 and 8 is 11. Regroup my 1. 1, 1, 2. 2 plus 6, 8. Put in my comma. $8,160 for this car over 2 years. That's just leasing. That means renting. So basically, you're giving away $8,160. Number 4. Find the difference, 32 and 1/6 minus 19 and 5/9. Well, difference means subtract. They actually gave you the subtraction problem. Now some of y'all are wanting to do 6 times 32 plus 1. No, that's not how we subtract. We write 32 and 1/6 and we subtract 19 and 5/9. Start with your fraction. Can we subtract those yet? No, they're not. We gotta find the LCM of 6 and 9. 6, 12, 18, 9, 18. We gotta change them both to 18s. How many times does it take to get to 6 to 18? Times 3. So our top number is 1 times 3, which is 3. How do we get from 9 to 18? Times 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Now we have 18s minus 18s, which is 18ths. 3 minus 10, we can't do it. We don't have enough, so we have to regroup, change this 32 to a 31. And then how many pieces are we bringing over to make a whole? We're bringing 18 more. So I'm going to add my 18, which is 21 pieces now. All right, what's 21 minus 10? It's 11. And then over here, 31 minus 19. Some of you all might need to regroup this, but I know 31 minus 19 is 12. Find the side length of a square with an area of 16/49. Okay, so a square is, the hen is length times width. Square, the length and the width is the same. So anyway, we have a fraction here that we don't know, and we're taking it times something, and then it's going to equal 16/49. Now again, since it's the same numbers have to be on top, and then the same numbers have to be on the bottom. What number can we take times itself to get to 16? Well, it's 4 times 4 is 16. They have to be the same. What number do we take by the same to get to 49? It's 7 times 7 is 49. So the answer is find the side length. Well, these are two of the lengths. One of them is just 4/7 of an inch. That's the answer. It says Margot planted a triangular veggie garden. What's the perimeter? Well, perimeter is the distance around. It's the fence. So in order to find the total distance, what do we have to do? You add. So again, we're going to write 8 3/4, 4 1/3, and 6 5/6. This time we're adding. I have a 6, a 1/3, and a 1/4. We got to find the LCM of all those. 4, 8, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 6, 12. We have to change them all to 12s. How do I get from 4 to 12? Times 3. 3 times 3? 9. How do I get from 3 to 12? Times 4. 4 times 1? 4. How do I get from 6 to 12? Times 2. 5 times 2? 10. So I have 12s, 12s, and 12s. That's going to equal 12s. 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 plus 10 is 23 12s. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this so I don't forget. 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 8 is 18. So I have 18 and 23 12s. 23 12ths needs to be simplified, or it's improper, so I need to fix that. So I'm going to do 23 divided by 12. 12 will fit in a 23 one time, and I have 11 left over. So I have 1 and 11 12ths over here, and I have to add my 18. So my final answer is 19 and 11 12ths. Yards. I couldn't see my label. YDS. Last one. The table shows the amount that Mrs. Lopez spent the last 3 times she shopped at the grocery. Here's the amounts. What's the total amount that Mrs. Lopez spent at the grocery store? Well, total. Wonder what that means. We have to find the total amount. Yeah, we add. So we have to add these numbers, 68.45, line up your decimals, 104.78, line up your decimals, 83.13, and we're ready to add. 5 plus 8 is 13, 13 plus 3 is 16, 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 plus 7 is 12, 12 plus 1 is 13. I'm going to bring my decimal down, regroup my 1. Remember, decimals and adding and subtracting we just bring down. We'll get to multiplication and division soon. 1 plus 8 is 9, 9 plus 4 is 13, 13 plus 3 is 16. 1 plus 6 is 7, 7 plus 8 is 15, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So our total is she spent $256.36 at the grocery store.